It was June 1st, 2023. I was on a school trip exploring the relatively unknown city of Washington, D.C. That's when Nintendo announced something big on Twitter, new pastel Joy-Con colors, and they were excited to reveal them too. Kick off your summer in style with this new line of pastel Joy-Con controllers, available June 30th. Which color is your fave? But literally 22 minutes before this, they announced an entire video game, a sequel to 2017's 1-2 Switch. Everybody 1-2 Switch. And here's the announcement tweet. Everybody 1-2 Switch is coming to Nintendo Switch on June 30th. Pre-order now. A year prior to this, there were leaks about this game's existence and how it tested horribly with game testers. In fact, quote, trusted employees at Nintendo feared the game was so bad it would damage Nintendo's reputation. Clearly, these guys never played Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. Eventually, the game was announced, and the new Joy-Con colors were also announced less than half an hour later. I vaguely remember making this meme while standing in front of Martin Luther King Jr. Anyways, they tried to overshadow this game with new controller colors. I like to think that's the only reason we have these pastel Joy-Con. I've also never seen a game announced in a tweet. I mean, that's usually in a Nintendo Direct, or at least a YouTube trailer. It was also revealed the same month it released. The only other instance I can think of this happening was Mario 3D All-Stars, which was a limited time release for Mario's 35th anniversary. Anyways, with everybody 1-2 Switch, they were trying to release a game while actively getting as few people as possible to know about it. It's like a store stocking up a bunch of an item while hoping nobody buys it. Nintendo succeeded. Their announcement post only got 9 million views. We didn't see any gameplay until they shadow dropped the trailer 19 days later on June 20th. One day before a Nintendo Direct. Not only did they consciously choose not to include it in the Direct, but they used the Direct to once again overshadow the new trailer. At this point, they're gonna announce a whole new console the day the game comes out. The trailer showed people playing some of the new minigames, and this was interesting to say the least. Albeit, June 30th came and the game released. The original sold a very solid 3 million copies. This one never even got public sales data. I never intended to buy the game, but when I had cousins come over the next day on July 1st, I decided to pull the trigger on this new Nintendo party game. Holy smokes, what a fun time that first play session was. It was dopamine hit after dopamine hit. Outside of Mario Party, none of us had really ever played a dedicated party game, so we had nothing to compare it to. The key to happiness. The game has 16 decently fun minigames and hit bump. One game that caught our attention was Joy-Con Hide and Seek. In this game, you hide the Joy-Con and seek it. There's a hider Joy-Con and a seeker Joy-Con. The hiding team hides their Joy-Con somewhere in the room. It could be a closet, inside the couch, or your pocket.
Don't hide it in someone's clothes.
Not your pocket. The seeking team then barges into the room to look for it. The seeker Joy-Con has a feature where you can press buttons to cause the hiding Joy-Con to vibrate. Your options include quiet vibration and Joy-Con dropping vibration. Both teams take turns hiding and seeking. The goal is to find the opposing Joy-Con as fast as possible. The seeking team with the lower time wins. Our first time playing this, my team hid our Joy-Con in a tissue box. It was that same day I learned that tissue boxes are not great at blocking vibrations. One time we were playing at my grandma's house and we tried hiding it in the kitchen. That ended with the vase getting broken, so that was an experience. But typically the strat here is to hide it deep somewhere. This game is less about keeping the Joy-Con out of sight and more about keeping the vibrations as quiet as possible. Our most effective strategy was stuffing it inside a basket full of blankets. Genuine silence when the Joy-Con vibrated. The other team was searching forever. So yeah, just stuff it behind a bunch of other things and you should be good. Just refrain from putting it in certain deep things. Another game we like to play is Samurai Sword Fights. This is a reaction time game where it randomly matches you up against someone from the other team and you have to strike as soon as you hear the word. Just make sure you play with people your own age, cause I often play with my younger cousins and I kill them every time, no mercy shown. It's too easy.
Strike!
I'm so sorry. Are you okay? There's another neat game called Relay Race where you gotta shake your Joy-Con as hard as you can, then hand it off as the baton to the person behind you. Oh man. The game randomly assigns both teams heats. You get in a line with the first leg in front and from there play it like an actual relay. To win this game, you want to pretend that you're rolling dice, like you've never rolled dice before. Then you hand it off to the person behind you. There's a 44% chance it gets dropped, but if you can master your baton passing, you'll be the next Usain Bolt. The game also boasts an impressive lineup of completely original party games, like Kitchen Timer, where the stopwatch disappears and you gotta keep counting in your head and stop it at a certain second, or Balloons, where you try to blow a balloon more than the other team, but without popping it. This is literally ripped out of Mario Party. And don't even get me started on bingo or musical chairs. There's even a red light green light-esque game called Statues, and I gotta say, this kid. When he's not looking, you gotta shake your Joy-Con to move your marker. The goal is to reach the kid, so we can pull his stupid eyes out of his stupid sockets. This guy's a cheater. This game's totally unfair. He'll be looking, then he'll turn around. Oh, he's looking again.
Freeze.
No, I didn't, you delinquent.
When I turn around, freeze. When I turn around, freeze. Turn around, freeze. Turn around, freeze. When I turn around, freeze. Turn around, freeze. When I turn around, freeze. When I turn around, freeze. When I turn around, freeze. Turn around, freeze.
Oh, statues can be fun, but screw this kid. Another hood classic is squats. When the game says squat, you squat. Only psychopaths actually squat though. We just move our Joy-Con up and down. However, sometimes the game will say squash. Squash! And if you move your Joy-Con for that, you'll lose a point. Pretty much squat when they say squat and don't squat when they say squash. This game really should be easy, but your brain says no. You'll get caught up with the squats and move when it says squash, then you'll be all paranoid and not move when it says squats.
Start!
Squat.
Squash!
No!
Squat!
Squat.
Squat!
Squash.
No!
Squat.
Squat!
Squash.
No! Oh, hey there. I'm playing Everybody 1-2 Switch hit minigame UFOs, a game you don't want to be walked in on while playing. The goal is to move your Joy-Con in rhythm to attract the UFOs. Hoo, ha, hoo, ha, hoo, ha. This is the entire game. Close the door if you don't want people to think you're in a cult. There's also a game based around auctioning. It's called Auction. Pretty much, both teams have a budget, and there's 5 items off for auction. However, they're all worth a different amount of points for both sides. For example, this treasured blade may be worth 3 points to us, but -1 points to the opponent. The goal is to outbid the other team for items and end up with the most points. This one's all about the mind games. Oh look, this item will lose us points if we get it. Bid everything. The other team will assume the item's worth a lot to you, so they bid even more and waste their money. Or do they? What if they sense your reverse psychology and let you have it? Then you wasted money. But what if you sense their reverse psychology on your reverse psychology? Then it's just, yeah, this one can actually be fun. Then there's another batch of games that are kinda, You have Quiz Show, which is literally just speed trivia. You'll get a basic question, and you gotta answer it correctly as fast as possible. Jump rope. You jump over the rope. But if even one person on your team messes up, then you all lose, and there's always someone on your team that messes up. There's ninjas. This game is basically impossible to lose if you're the deflector. The other team will swing their Joy-Con to throw shurikens, which makes a noise, and you have to react fast enough to deflect them. But like, this is way too easy. You can literally do this with your eyes closed. Just swing every time you hear a noise. The other team will try throwing a bunch at once or wait forever to throw one, but the same strategy applies. Just swing every time you hear the noise.
Begin!
Hit bump's also a thing. It shouldn't be a thing. And then there's the final Everybody 1-2 Switch game I haven't talked about. Color Shoot. This one's a classic. So Everybody Switch actually has 2 playing modes, Joy-Con mode and phone mode. You can play this game with your phone, and Color Shoot is one of the phone exclusive minigames. Pretty much, the game shows a certain color on the screen, and you have to go around the room and take a picture of that color. Red? There's nothing red here. Wait a second. I knew this was a good purchase. Every time you play this, it's quite fun, although I swear the 1-2 Switch website purposely drops the saturation of your camera. You'll take a picture of this, and it'll look like this. I don't know how the game scores your pictures, but you'll get a certain amount of points based on how much of the color is in your photo. On one of my old channels, we actually played this game with like 20 people on stream. The first color was marigold, and everyone took their pictures. Third place was something USB, second place was a chip, and first place was me with the cheddar and sour cream chip bag coming in clutch. Round 2 was cyan. I took a picture of my Snorlax plush, which got 14th place. How? Third place was half a fork. Second was Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed Bonus Edition on the Wii U, which does not have more cyan than my Snorlax picture. And first was Polar Ice Extra Gum. The final round was red. Of course, there's my Alarmo pick. It got 12th. Third place took a picture of the demonstration color on screen. Second place took a picture of the front of a Joy-Con, and first place took a picture of the back of a Joy-Con, which does in fact have more red. A rare instance where having a Switch 2 was actually worse. But yeah, this game is pretty fun. It wasn't until after the live stream though that I remembered this game doesn't have a censorship feature. This means people could have taken a picture of anything they wanted and it would have appeared on my live stream so long as they got top 3. Some goofball could have taken down my channel that day.